Oh no! He's been gone! He's been gone! It's me. It's me. It's me, and I'm back with another fan-made stands video, and I've saw the comments and everybody, and I understand, yes, it's been a while. It's indeed been a while. But I have no excuses whatsoever. I've just been doing other stuff. Well, that's technically an excuse, but I have been doing other stuff, working on the main channel, and also preparing stuff for this channel. It's just been a lot of work. But I'm here now, so that's all that matters. So let's get down into our first stand. The first stand being A Bad Dream by Arthur Prado. I'm just going to say Arthur. Now, stand's name, A Bad Dream. Namesake, A Bad Dream by Kiane, something like that. Stand user, name unknown, but the person who struggles with loneliness and fear of being abandoned by their loved ones, be it by disagreements, disappointment, or fatality of any kind. Appearance, exactly how it's shown in the image, thank you. Ability, has the ability to catch souls with its talons and brings them to its user, giving them solidarity to act and interact with the material world. If the soul is a dead person who didn't cross over to the other side, it will simply be carried by the user, or to the user. However, if the caught soul belongs to a living person, the person's body will go into a state similar to sleep until their soul is returned by bad dream or returns naturally. The person whose soul is caught will have vague but emotionally charged memories of what happens to their soul, much like distressful dreams. I can see that. In case the soul is caught belongs to another stand user, the users will be caught and receive the user's consciousness. For instance, if Jotaro has his soul captured by bad dream, his consciousness will be transferred into Star Platinum. So, he will see through Star Platinum's eyes and talk through its mouth. The process essentially extends the stand's range, but only towards bad dreams user. Okay. After being carried by bad dreams user, the soul will have free will, and if it's a stand, full access to whatever power the stand may have. The user mostly uses this ability to get help from friends who are very far away, but can be denied that help just as easily. Lastly, the stand enables the user to see souls through its eyes. Okay. Stats. C in power. Let's just say, I'm not going to read the description after. C in power, A in speed, B or A in range, D in durability, B in potential. So for power, Bad Dream can dive into its enemies as an attack, but in doing so, it can damage itself as well as the user. Well, if they're both souls, I guess technically, well, if you're by diving, I would think that you're meaning attacking, like diving down to attack, not as in diver down, but diving forward and like charging at them into attack. That I can understand why that would both hurt them, because then they make contact. Well, I guess they technically make contact with the ground. They both like hit the ground or something like that, but that wouldn't really make sense because they're both spirits. But you know, like that's exactly how JoJo would work. Speed. Bad Dream can fly at astounding speeds, especially if you're searching or delivering a soul. I can understand that. That makes sense. That would you getting one place to another. A Bad Dream can reach up to 500 meters when trying to find the soul of a person the user has no attachment to, but a lot less limitations when the user has positive feelings toward the sought soul. The stronger the feeling, the further it can reach. So I'm not exactly sure on how to take this. Okay, so saying that it can reach up to 500 meters when trying to find the soul of someone that has no attachments, but a lot less limitations when the user has positive feelings toward the sought soul. That means when it's someone that you know, you can go even further than 500 meters? Because the 500 meters, that by itself is it's already an A in range. But saying that they can go even further, that'd be crazy. That I'm not exactly sure on what exactly are the limitations in that case. But feel free to correct me, Arthur, if you are seeing this. I would like to know, because I'm not exactly sure on how to take this. It's confusing for me. I'm probably looking way too deep into it. You probably just said it and that's how it's supposed to work. Durability. Bad Dream is as strong as an actual eagle, which means it's rather fragile to attacks and will fully transfer its damage to the user. Okay, yeah, I can understand that. So it dive bombing into someone can... I'm not exactly sure. It wouldn't really hurt them, technically, depending on how exactly they dive bombed, I guess, or how the stand dive bomb. Potential. The user has a general idea of the stand's capabilities, but will only develop it when they get over their fear of abandonment. Okay. So this is where it has to develop in the sense of the person has to develop mentally for the stand to get further out. It's kind of like an act stand in a sense, but it's not. It's just another, like, just getting further on in. So pretty good stand. I do like the design a lot. One of those things is like that I do like when Araki does put what is it called, the English letters on the person's clothing, and you incorporated that into the bird's wings. I like that because I like for example when Bad Company, you see Bad Company on the clothes, you'll be like, oh damn, that's pretty heat. But you could never actually see that on Bad Company itself because, you know, little soldiers and all that. But I do like this being incorporated with the stand. That's sick. It's just like the hands dollar signs for me. I like that too. It's hella interesting. But cool stand. Thank you, Arthur, for submission. Or the submission. Yeah. So the next stand is going to be Code Blocks by Lucas. Now going on into the stand. Namesake programming software of the same name. Oh, okay. Wow, it could have been a song or something. Go ahead with that. Can program any object by putting a block in said object, but the stand is limited to if X happens, Y happens structure. For example, if someone climbs a ladder, the ladder will lose its friction. What? Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna come back to that. Stats: C in power, A in speed, C in resistance. Oh, durability. I guess it's okay. Must be from somewhere else. A in precision, B in range, and E in development. Weakness: the blocks will disappear 5 seconds after the condition for activation stops happening. The blocks cannot enter living things, and the only properties of the objects with the block in it can be changed. So you can't program if someone touches this brick, the person will explode, but you can say if someone touches this brick, the brick will explode. Also, I always say that I would draw my programming teacher in a JoJo style, but I actually did, and the result is in stand. You guys, I want you guys to have fun. You guys have fun with these stands. This is definitely having fun with a stand. But how many blocks can you use at one time? That's gonna be my question. How many blocks can you use at one time? And how fast can you output these blocks? And also, if X happens and Y happens. Well, you just explained that in the last case, so it's like you can program it to do insert thing for the brick in that case, so I can understand it there. And also, I like this. this stand is so cool. It's I can see the little cadence to Hierophant Green with the positioning of the hands, because that's exactly how Hierophant Green uses his Emerald Splash. It's like, imagine that you do the praying thing, but you just start turning your hands at the palms, so your fingers are facing the opposite directions of each other. So it's exactly like, that's exactly how it would work. And I really do like the design, especially with the binary code and everything like that. That is just that's amazing. That's amazing. But as far as I'm seeing, I really do like this. Tell your teacher I said hi. I hope that he's doing pretty good too. And this is a pretty cool stand. Honestly, I can't. I want to say more in a sense, but I'm not exactly sure on what to say, because I believe that I would like to see more examples on the use of the blocks. Just a couple of things, like, well, a couple of practical things that you would do, like a bread and butter attack that you would have, because that would make sense. That you would always want something that you would have. So yeah. Moving on to the next one, and the next stand we have Hotel California by Just Another Fail. Remember to underscore that. So the appearance is fucking sick. It looks like something that would chase me during a horror movie, and I am completely terrified of it, which is why I love it so much. And there you guys went on that. Appearance, and a skeleton-like beast with no legs and a tail. Namesake, Hotel California by the Eagles. Ability: it's a remote stand that can only be activated when the user is inside a closed space like a building, house, or room, and can be activated to kill another person inside the same closed space. Once activated, Hotel California will start tracking down its target, and once the target is located HC starts attacking using its claws and high speed and strength, being one of the most deadly stands in a close range fight. Ooh, that's a big statement. Any damage done to the stand is not transferable to the user, and the stand cannot be killed. Never mind, yeah, you got that. Once the stand is badly damaged, it starts regenerating and becomes slower, so the only way to truly defeat it is either to leave the closed space or defeat the user. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that works. That works a lot. Damn, that would make the stand user have to think. That'd be a good-ass fucking fight in the JoJo part. That'd be a good-ass fight. And it would make them fucking think outside the box. They're like, well, man, what the hell? This stand wasn't activated when we were outside. It was only when we came into this damn room. Let's try to get out. After they get out, after it's like, oh, the stand's gone, and they put the beat down on the user. That'd be good as shit. Stats: A in power, A in speed, C in range. It attacks in close range, but the distance between the user and the stand can be as big as the closed space. B in durability, C in precision, and D in potential. Weakness: HC cannot be activated for anything other than to kill someone, so it cannot protect the user from incoming attacks. That is unfortunate, but I see that coming. I see that coming into play. That would make the user have to be a way more tactile person, make them think way more, having to get them in that one closed space. They can also have an attempt at it, depending on where they are. Like, for example, say that you are in a restaurant and the user is there, so you can just be like, okay, since the doors are all closed and shit, let me attack the group that are coming after my master, or whatever the fuck type's going on in that JoJo part. And then after that, you have the stand is just attacking them. They're like, oh my god, what the hell, what do we do? And as soon as they get out, they leave the restaurant. They're like, oh shit, it's gone. After all these people storming out because they're like, oh no, there's something going on, ghost stuff. And after they're like, oh, we can't find the user, and that makes it all the good. That's how you write a fucking. That's like Hangman in a sense. You could write it as better Hangman. But the stand acts by instinct, so it cannot strategize, and it's very predictable. Since the stand can only do, since the only thing it does is the stand targets. Only thing it does is attack targets. If the target of the user leaves the closed area, the stand disappears, so the user has to either hide in the closed space or try to pretend that he's not the user. See, exactly. That's exactly what I said. But that would work fucking great. You can incorporate that into a comic. You can incorporate that however you want to, dude. P.S. The awesome drawing was done by my brother. Exactly as dude, shout out to your fucking brother. That is sick. Give him a high five for me, dude. But yeah, that's going to be... That's I'm telling you, that's a great way. If you can incorporate that, if you can think of your own little comic and all that shit, go ahead and do so. I tell that with every fan-made stands that I do. I'm just like, yo, you guys went out of your way to make this stand. You guys can go out of your way to turn this into a comic, and it's not for me. It's definitely for you guys. It's just like, yo, man, because you guys like, with completely off topic. It's just that there was this thing that I'd seen. For example, Butch Hartman. He says you might not know. Now you might know how to draw. But you might not know that you can write. Like you feel like you can't write, like you can draw but you can't write. But it's possible that you can you'll be able to write too, because you just made that character. If you can make a whole OC, you can make a character. Like you can write a story apparently. That's what it was a continuous line of tweets. It was like multiple tweets on end, but yeah, they all connect further into my point basically. So yeah, but yeah, great stand, dude. Moving on to the next one. And finishing it up with the last stand, because sooner or later my voice is going to give out. We have... Oh, wait, let me see if there's a certain thing where you may refer to you as, or else I'll just read it off the name. My preferred name is Caboose213. So there you go. So you have Little Piece of Heaven by Caboose213. Namesake, Little Piece of Heaven by Avenged Sevenfold. Type, range irrelevant, colossal, humanoid, uncontrollable, sentient stand. That's a good way. You can categorize your own stand. That's sick. Stats, A in power, B or C in speed, range, infinity, brain explosion, A in durability, E in precision, and E in developmental potential. Appearance, you can see the appearance right there. It has, that goes on to the whole appearance in itself. So, personality. Alpha is a stand that acts independently of the user. Alpha is an incredibly violent and almost beast-like personality, but won't act unless provoked. It seems that the stand is very similar to has very little to no intelligence, acting almost on instinct. It wanders around aimlessly, seeming to have no goal. It has been seen to pick up cars or people who the stand finds interesting, but usually loses interest quickly and will destroy it. What does it make me think of? Around cars. When walking, the skull twitches often and makes ticking noise that can be heard coming from it. That's fucking scary. That's how you write a good ass fucking spooky stand. When angered or attacked, it will scream in a bestial way, and the light in the skull will come much brighter. The stand will lose control and destroy anything in sight. Abilities. Alpha has no abilities other than its astounding size and stats. Its strength is like Star Platinum, able to destroy tons of walls and steel, or toned walls of steel. I'm not exactly sure what you mean by tone. But with its incredible size, the damage it does is much greater area. If provoked or if the user comes into danger, the energy from the skull will become great enough to set its mane ablaze, not harming itself or the user. It's just, I'm guessing it's like visual effect, and its speed will temporarily increase, though it will disappear very quickly after this. The user has no choice on when the stand appears, and the act usually has a devastating effect on the surrounding area. General info. The stand usually appears when the user feels extreme stress, when it appears regardless of where it will when it appears regardless of where it will first appear, like any stand behind the user with around the same size, then suddenly and violently expanding to its actual size. Once this has happened, it will begin its idle wandering until the stand either finds something interesting or that's not I knew I wasn't crazy. The user comes to harm, as I said earlier. When it goes into a frenzy, if it has not destroyed the enemy, the glowing light will continue to grow until the main catches fire. From the moment it is summoned to the state, the speed will gradually increase from C to A. Parentheses, sorry it's so long. I wanted to have as much information for you as I could. Well, yeah, that way you're not, what is it called? That way you're not missing anything, so you definitely got me on that. But man, what do I have to say on this? I can't exactly think on. Well, it does have an ability in a sense, I guess, to get even more powerful. But how exactly would I place pieces? I would add not too much of an ability, but something partial, like a side type thing. Like, okay, for example, King Crimson has the accessibility of time erasure, quote unquote, and Epitaph. I wouldn't want you to have something on the scale of Epitaph because that's fucking crazy, but something on a little bit to the side where you would think like, okay, this is just like if I do turn up, I would want this little ability on the side that would also benefit even further. So, because certain things, like if say that you do go against Star Platinum, dude fucking just stops time and puts the smackdown on you. It's just difficult. You would want something that's like something a little bit passive. That's just something to think about. If you don't want to, that's totally fine. I'm just putting my light on it. I wouldn't want to change up your stand in any type of way. If you don't, it's just something to think about. Just something to think about. I don't want to mess anything up. But man, that was a lot of stands. Wow, I'm drained because I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's like the third video I've recorded today, and man, this is like, when I do these fan-made stand videos, these take a lot out of me because they're like, the videos itself is like 20 minutes. The recording in itself is like, whew, you have no clue. But yeah, this is pretty great. I like these stands. Keep on doing your best, guys. I'll try to be way faster than the last time, but I already gave you guys my excuses that aren't excuses in the beginning. They didn't exist, but they're there. But thank you guys for watching. Be sure to check out my other stuff that I will be uploading soon on this channel. I plan to be uploading as much. I don't want to say like I want to be uploading as much. I want to say that I want you guys to be prepared for stuff that is gonna be like, wow, this should have been on the main one. But yeah, just there you go. I'll see you guys in the next one though. So thank you so much. Follow the format on how I put it in, and I'll let you guys go. So until then, peace out and Godspeed.